everybody, welcome back to our kitchen. Today we're going to be making fresh salsa. This recipe goes back several years when I used to go to the store trying to find a fresh prepared salsa that I liked, but they were either too sour, they were too salty, or there's just something about them that I didn't like. So I started trying to find a recipe for myself that I liked, that wasn't too hot, wasn't too mild, had a nice fresh flavor, and this is it. So let's get going. So what we're going to start with is 5 Roma tomatoes, 4 tomatillos, a lime, a white onion, habanero chili, jalapeno chili, serrano chili, and 2 cloves of garlic. So what I'd like to do now is discuss why I've chosen these specifically. Roma tomatoes have a more meaty texture and they're drier than a regular beefsteak tomato, vine-ripened tomato, etc. Try to find them that are red like this, and they have some pliability when you push on them, but they're not mushy and they're also not hard. These are tomatillos. A lot of people confuse them with green tomatoes. They're actually not tomatoes at all. They're a member of the nightshade family. So they're kind of like a cousin of the tomato, but they're actually not a tomato. They normally have a little papery husk on them, which we've already taken off and washed off the sticky texture that's often on them. And then I choose a white onion. You might like a red onion or a yellow onion. I like white onions because they're a little bit more consistent. They aren't very hot as far as being very strong. They are pretty consistently flavored. And I found that red onions can sometimes be a little harsh sometimes, and also yellow onions. Incidentally, the white onions don't seem to make my eyes water, which is pretty cool. Habanero chili. I love a habanero chili because it has a long-lasting heat to it. You bite into it, and it seems to get a little bit hotter each time. Jalapenos got that fresh pop when you first eat it, and then it fades away quickly. And then serrano has got a really sharp bite to it, very fresh flavor that also goes away. So between the three, you've got an initial heat, you've got a sharp heat, and then you've got a long-lasting heat. A lime is a very important ingredient in this, and what you want to do is find a lime that has some yellow on it, or even some scarring. If it's a deep green and it has a very rough skin, it's not going to yield very much juice. So what you want is something like this that's, you can see it's kind of shiny and it's got a smooth skin, and it should also be kind of heavy for its weight. And the garlic, we're actually going to toast this along with all the other vegetables, and in the end we're going to add some cilantro. So that's it. Let's get going. Start with a very hot cast iron skillet. Water should sizzle and dance around on it like that when it's ready to be used. I'm going to go ahead and put our tomatoes on here. They might sizzle a little bit when you put them on. Okay. And then we're going to put our tomatillos on here. Hear that popping as they're going. And then you're going to put your chilies. You might have to just move things around. Also, I like to get a jalapeno that's starting to change color, like this guy right here. They can be green, that's fine, but I like them to be a little bit red or starting to turn red because I feel like they have better chili flavor, if that makes sense. Then we're going to go ahead and put this one on there, and lastly, our habanero. Now you notice we haven't put the onion on yet. We're going to go ahead and cut that in half, and then we're going to add it in the middle and let it char because it usually takes a little longer to char and it takes up more space on the skillet. The chilies are the most important part, how you cut them and how much you put in there. You start with this end and cut right down the middle. You can see just how much vein these have got in there. And contrary to popular belief, the heat is in these veins right here, not the seeds. The seeds have some heat in them too, but this white part, this is where all the capsaicin gets carried, right? So you want to cut, what I do with this is I cut it out completely out of one half. So I leave the other half mostly there. This way, kind of control the heat to where it's not too strong and just get that out of there. This one will probably just do 2/3 of it, take most of it out, but not all of it. So we got quite a bit still in there, and we're going to take the seeds out, just scrape those out of there just like that. Alright, so we're ready to pulse this right now. And the first thing we're going to do is do half a squish of lime, half a slice. You want one of these lime squeezers, it'll make your life so much easier. And we're going to put our lid back on and give this a quick pulse. Here's what our finished salsa looks like. Got a nice color. It's chunky, but it's not too chunky. Let's give it a try. You can see that when you start to run with the chip, there's a little bit of water in it, but not too much. There needs to be some. And let's give that a bite. Wow, that's good. Well, as you can see here, this batch of salsa is already starting to get low. Thanks so much for watching. Please share this recipe with your friends and family and let me know what you think in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.